This was a really, really weird week. A lot of stuff happened. My challenge was kind of weird, as you probably can tell by this, if you're watching at least. I'm lying on the ground because this was my challenge for the week. Lying on the ground for 5 days, or rather, sleeping on the ground for 5 days. Because lying on the ground, kind of easy. So, for 5 days, every single night I lie on the ground. I started off with nothing, no pillow, no cushion, no mattress, not even a cover. Although, to be perfectly honest, halfway through that first night, I woke up so many times because I was cold, uncomfortable. I just eventually grabbed a cover, put it over me so at least I wouldn't be freezing. Because my goal was to every single day try something different, just to test different things, to see if I could find something that would actually work well for me. First night was horrible. I kept waking up, falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep, trying to different positions. All of them sucked, by the way. And the next morning I was so exhausted, barely got any work done, didn't work out, so pretty much threw off my whole routine. Second day was a little better. I allowed myself to have a cushion. I tried putting it under my lower back because just the pressure of the body lying down for hours upon hours, just at least for me, it really concentrated the pressure on the coccyx. So it just ended up hurting and being uncomfortable. So by having that pressure relieved under my lower back, it helped for that. But eventually, halfway through the night, I woke up, switched it to my head, tried a few different things. Wasn't great, but it was better. Then the third day, I'm like, okay, you know what? This time I'm going to upgrade to a pillow. So I tried it with a pillow, a little better, still not that great. And fourth night, what was it? Yeah, two pillows. So one under my lower back, one under my head. That was actually not so bad. It was almost comfortable, almost. And then the fifth night, I went to sleep with one pillow and a tiny workout like yoga mattress. So like a quarter of an inch thick, just enough so you're not directly on the hardwood floor, but not so much that it's actually comfortable. So that was by far the best night. But even then, I tend to sleep on my side, and sleeping on your side on a hard surface is really uncomfortable. So overall, not really a fun experience. I'm happy I did it, just so I can be, okay, you know what? I did it. Now I can never do it again. Because I always wondered what it would be like. Because there's a lot of people that say, oh, sleeping on a hard surface is good for your back. So I'm like, you know what? I want to try it. I'm glad I tried it. I succeeded in doing it. And now never again. So yeah, that's pretty much my challenge. And also something else that happened this week was that it was my birthday, my 30th birthday. So I've had a lot of big existential questions I've been asking myself for the past few months because, at least for me, where I am in my stage in my life, turning 30 is like a big step. I'm no longer 20. I'm 30 now. And I just look at my life. I'm like, wow, I didn't really accomplish the things I wanted to. I'm not as successful as I am and everything. So it's just a lot of questioning been going on for the past few months. And I thought turning 30 would just catapult everything higher and make it even worse. But if anything, I've been not stressing, but thinking about it for so long that now that it finally happened, I'm just like, oh, okay, time to move on. It helped me refocus, figure out, okay, what do I really want from life? How can I accomplish that? How can I get rid of all the things I don't need that are distractions? And just focus on those few things that bring me joy, fulfillment, and that helped me to really accomplish my dreams. So that's pretty much what happened. Oh yeah, also, for those of you who don't know, I'm a writer, and I tried something different this year for my birthday. So I gave away a free book, so kind of as a reverse birthday present. So instead of receiving something, I gave it away. But the strategy I used, I was like, okay, I'm going to give away the third book in my series. That way it's going to encourage people to buy the second book. And 150 people downloaded the third book, and I didn't get a single sale for the second book. And I was just kind of surprised. A little annoyed because I'm like, really? Not a single person? But at least I tried. So it comes back to this whole thing, the journey of 1,000 mistakes. That was a mistake in the sense that it didn't succeed. But it wasn't a mistake because I tried it. So now I know, okay, that doesn't work. Next time I can try something different. So that pretty much sums up my life. Yesterday was the first night I actually slept in my bed again after those 5 days. And it was amazing. Today I have so much energy. I feel so rested, even though I might still look kind of tired. but I feel so much better. And doing this has made me realize, you know what? Okay, doing challenges like this puts me out of my comfort zone and forces me to do things that are uncomfortable. And yes, that is helpful to some degree. But at the same time, what is it bringing to my life? It's messing up my whole routine. It's making me unproductive, making me less happy, making me tired. So the takeaway I get from these types of challenges in general is, oh, I'm happy I did it, so now I never have to do it again. And that's not really the point of this, is yes, to make mistakes, but just to find ways to tweak and improve my life. And these types of challenges, more and more, I'm realizing, you know what? It's not bringing me anything. So I'm thinking of trying more in the future, just challenges that are going to help me more. For example, those 2 challenges I did the week before, everything is super structured and planned and nothing is structured and planned. That really helped me realize, okay, I'm the type of person who really needs to plan every single thing, have a rigid structure. That way, I tend to do every single thing I plan to do, or at least most of it, and I feel fulfilled because of that, and I feel happier and accomplished. So those types of challenges are really good. But this, it didn't really bring me anything. So I'm just thinking of reworking how I approach these challenges. We'll see in the future. Once again, I haven't picked the next challenge because I spent the past hours setting up this whole thing. If you can see it from my perspective, it's so weird because there's a tripod over me with the legs on either side, the camera looking down at me. And then there's the 2 soft boxes for lighting on either side. And because they can't be too far because the light won't be shining, or too close because then you'll see the legs sticking into frame, it's all right on the edge about to teeter. So at any moment, this could fall on me. It's a really weird thing. But it's those things that I'm going to look back on and be like, oh man, I remember when I did that. It was so cool. It was so crazy. I'm so happy I did that. So if you're watching this video, you're going to see how weird this kind of looks. If you're listening to the audio, then you won't. But hopefully the description gave you an idea. And yeah, just thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this with me. I keep growing, making mistakes, shifting things, trying new things out just to see what works and what doesn't. I don't know if it's bringing value to you. If anything, maybe it's just showing you, you know what? I don't want to do anything this guy does because it's insane and he's completely wasting his time. But I'm really happy I'm doing it because it's just teaching me, okay, push the limits, try new things. Don't be afraid to fail. Do different things. Don't be afraid to be judged by doing stuff that is weird, like filming on the floor right now. So I'm really happy I'm doing this. It's been 4 months officially since I started these challenges. And it feels like I've been doing this for so much longer. Because in the past, I think about doing things and be like, you know what, that would be nice to do. And then a month, a year, 5 years later, I'd finally do it. I'm like, why did I wait so long? So by doing this, forcing myself to do these things every single week, even though sometimes they're ridiculous challenges like this that bring me nothing and it only makes me unproductive and miserable, I'm so happy that I'm doing it. So thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing this with me. I apologize. There was a weird sound in the background. I can't control that. It sounds like a dying pig. Wow, that is so weird. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Until next week, go be awesome.